This the new Let's Get It Sports Talk, broadcasting live on weekends, exclusively on Facebook and the Four Walls Foundation YouTube channel. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and happy Sunday. It's a wonderful Sunday morning. The sun is shining. This little mess, I don't know, it's not leaves. What do you call it? It's like little, I don't know. It's almost like little hairs or something from the trees that's just like all over the place. Yeah. Is that just here when y'all came here, or is that that's all over, right?
Yeah, I got it at the crib.
Yeah, I feel like, everything's is tracking in the house now, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, listen, it's a pleasure to be here. My name's Doc Bryce. I'm one of the hosts here. I'm with my man, MB, Marcus Bullock, Coach Marcus Bullock, and I'm here with my other dude, Coach Sechwire Bird, CB, MB. We are missing FB, we hope. You know, I mean, you're watching. I definitely wanted to hear some of your reflection on some of these topics here, but we'll definitely get that later. But anyway, let's get into it. Well, first of all, you know what, MB? Yo, how you doing, bro? What's been going on? What's good with you? How's you? First of all, you know what I mean? We're back from spring break, okay? So, you know, we took our little reprieve for spring break. And we're back, man. So how you been, man? It's been a minute since I seen you.
All's good, man. Easter was a good day, relaxed. We went back. I went back to school the day after Easter, so this Monday.
Okay.
And it was rough.
It
was difficult. I was sitting there literally like, why am I here? And you know what? A couple of my coworkers took Monday off.
Oh.
And I'm like sitting here, I'm like, they're geniuses. Like,
wow.
Because the rest of the week, after Monday, I was kind of back in the flow. Like, I was cool.
Right.
But like, that was Monday was rough.
It was rough.
Monday was rough. It was a long week.
Now, would you be able to take off the day after the holiday?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I miss those days. For whatever reason, we can't take off the day before or the day after unless you have a doctor's note.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That has never been something that I was ever used to because, I guess working in the private sector, I'm building my days around the other days, you know what I'm saying? But no, you can't do it. You can do it. I mean, most people out there, if you're professional enough, you better have a doctor that's better do what you tell them to do, okay? If you ain't got no doctor that you tell, listen, doc, I need a note here. You need a new doctor, yo. So, but all's well, though. Right? Okay, all right. What's up, CB? What's up with you?
Man, chilling, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, had a nice little break, you know what I'm saying? Charge the battery a little bit.
Absolutely.
Get ready for the, I guess we're in the home stretch now. You know what I'm saying? School year is going to be,
this thing's almost over.
It's going to fly like that. Yeah. May is next Wednesday or something like that. So, but everything's good. You know what I'm saying? Baseball team, we still struggling. But
you won.
It is what it is. One game.
Oh.
We like 1-11.
Yeah. It's a down year.
It's a down year, but it's like, it's worse because it wasn't expected. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what's making it real frustrating because we do have some talent out there.
Right.
It's just not. The practice doesn't translate into performance during the game for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? So I thought we have a better year than this, but we keep plugging away and pause. You gotta get it before you get it.
Yeah. Well, my mind was conceptualizing what you meant. I was trying to figure it out.
But yeah, so just back at it. Like Coach just said, tomorrow, I'll probably I ain't gonna say what I'm gonna do. I'll say what I'll do out there. But I'll be in the building.
That's what's up.
Physically, I'll be there.
That's what's up.
Maybe not mentally and spiritually,
but
physically, I'll be in the building.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what's up. I mean, it's been a good, you know what? It's been a really good, little break. You know what I'm saying? And, now that I got, some of my schedule loosened up a little bit. Okay. I'm ready for the home stretch because this is it.
Yeah,
this is it.
Right.
This is the plane is starting.
Right.
Fact. School year is going to be over.
Fact.
Just like that. Fact. So that's a good thing. That I'm happy about that though. But other than that, just into these playoffs, into these sports and everything. So let's get right into it, man. The NBA playoffs. Okay, I was in New York last night. Shout out to my man Josh. It was his 49th birthday. He had like a little men gathering. He had a good time laughing. conversation. Good time. Good time. You know, spirits in the air. You know, spirits all around. You know, I thank my children for driving me there and driving me back safe. You know what I'm saying? That I will say that everybody was like, "Yo, what you doing? Why you bringing like kids to this grown man party?" I said, "They my security, man. It's my drivers, man. Y'all live close. I gotta drive 2 hours." You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, no, it was a great time. You know what I mean? Got back safely or whatever. So that was a good thing. The sisterhood we're forming.
Okay.
You know, I don't know if you guys know this or not. I know it because it's part of group dynamics, group therapy, right? Okay. And you take these classes, and anytime you bring a team or a group together, it's like different stages that you go through, right? Okay. So the first stage, I believe, is forming, right? So you bringing everybody together. The second stage could last from, say, a week or so to whenever, which is storming. Okay. That's when all the personalities come in. No, you're going to do it this way, this way. And then you got to be like, okay, we need order. Right. Okay, we need order. Okay. So we finally have order. Okay. We have some structure. Okay. And we're playing better. Now, we have not translated that into victories. Okay. We still are, we just can't close the deal, bro.
Gotcha.
We can't close the deal. And now it's not about like, you know, first of all, I mean, and shout out to your daughter, the Babe Ruth of softball, okay? Because, no, listen, dumb girls be pitching, yo. That thing moving crazy. And our girls, we just can't, you know, we just, yeah. But when we pitch, I said, listen, just get it over the plate, man. Let the defense work for you, you know. Because you can't, you know, to be a pitcher in softball, like you have to have been in that for some time.
True. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this girl was, I'm saying to the ump, I said, yo, that look like a sidearm. That ain't no underhand. She like from the side, it's like a curve, a slider. But anyway, we're coming together, and you know what? Shout out to those Pennsgrove High School Lady Red Devils softball team. The biggest thing, they still are present. They still come.
That's it.
And that's the buy-in. That's where I'm saying to everybody, like, yo, you know what? We have them. Right. Now we gotta just shape and mold, and we gotta be patient. Right. Because it's our expectation that makes us frustrated. So we gotta just kind of be patient. But we're coming together.
Are they? You got a young group, or I mean, kind of
for the most part. For the most part, we got some seniors or whatever, but we definitely have a young group but a young, inexperienced group. Like I don't know if we really have like a feeder system. Gotcha. You know what I'm saying? So some of the girls is first time playing. Gotcha. You know what I mean? But they're athletic, and you can use that to your advantage. True. Shout out Chi Beyond. Well, that's her name. AB. You know what I mean? Yo, listen, she just came off the bench. She's throwing, you know, strikes from third to first. You know, she got a hit. She ran. Okay. So you know what I mean? Like there's talent there. You just gotta coach. You got to coach, yo. That's what it is. We got to coach, man. Gotcha. So, but it's going good, man. And I'm actually excited and happy. The storming part, was making me feel away. Though. Like it was like, wait a minute, who you think you talk? You know what I'm saying? So, but I have to remember, you know, I'm the adults. You know what I mean? We're the ones that need, you know what I'm saying? When you're up here, like, and it's no disrespect to anybody, but you know what I'm saying? When you've elevated, you have to be patient with those who haven't elevated. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's going on good. But anyways, let's get into the NBA playoffs first before we talk about the topic of the day, because that's what I really want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's get into the NBA playoffs, man. Have y'all been watching?
No, of course.
Okay, all right. Locked in, or?
Yeah. Pretty locked. I mean, a couple series very locked in. Couple just kind of watching.
Like, okay. Yeah. Which one are you locked in first? Let's just go through some of the series that you're locked in, MB.
I'm locked in on the Warriors since that's my team right now. I'm locked in on the Warriors.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, that's where I've been locked in.
All right. What about you, CB?
The Lakers, I think. For the most part, just because of the LeBron and Luka, the whole dynamic, just to see what they actually do. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. I've been locked in on that one. I was also locked in on the. I like Banchero.
Yeah, he can play.
He's like Carmelo a little bit. Right? Like, he is. I was like, but I was watching him. I'm like, he is tough. Yeah. But I've been locked in on the Knicks too. You know what I'm saying? Seeing what's going on with that. So, but what's your thoughts on the playoffs, man? Any surprises? Anything?
I mean, I'll go to your Knicks. I mean, I think the Knicks are going to win the series, but it's going to take a lot out of them. They're getting beat up. Detroit is not. Detroit. I think Detroit is more interested in a fight than
playing basketball,
than winning basketball game.
Right.
But that's how they win the basketball game.
Exactly.
So, I think it's going to take its toll on New York for the next series. Even though I don't think they'd beat Boston anyway. But I think it's going to really take a lot of their energy, more than you would hope for in a first round series.
Okay, all right. What about you, CB?
It's almost, I guess, it's a must win. I'm going to say for the Lakers today, you can't go down 3-1. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I'm definitely looking forward to check that game out. I'll be definitely keeping an eye on the Knicks and Pistons because it just reminds me of like that 80s, late 80s, early 90s type of basketball to get after it a little bit. Right. You know what I'm saying? I like to see that in the playoffs. But like Coach said, it's going to take a lot out of, because I think the Knicks will win too, but it's going to take a lot out of them, especially the way Tibbs just plays those guys all the time, hard, the whole season. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to catch up.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? I think I don't know. Did I talk to y'all and I said, who is this dude on Detroit from some shows ago? Maybe they got a center. And this is a big boy. And I think I don't forget who I was mentioning it. But he is the center now. I guess he's starting or whatever. What's his name? Deadman or no, not Deadman.
Jalen Duren?
Duren.
Right. Is he from Jersey?
Philly.
So Philly. Okay, right. So I know we mentioned him on here. Yep. That's a big boy. And you know what? I just don't think that Cat, they don't want that. Like, Cat, they lost something. That was the argument yesterday at my man's house, man, because my man's like, he thinks that the Knicks are better than this year than last year. I think they messed up chemistry with Hartenstein. Right. I think that last year's team would probably sweep this Detroit team. Because they could match the toughness, the grit. Right. So when you bring in Towns, then come on, it's a foul, man. It's a foul. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's scared of that, dog. Right. I mean, I'm making a joke out of it. I'm teasing, but if you on the block, son, and you banging down there. He's like, oh man, stop doing that, man. You're not going to really. You're not going to be like, he's getting. You're never going to let him get the best of you. Right. Never. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I actually think that the Knicks do win, but I think it's a game 7. Okay. And I think the Knicks, they were supposed to win that next game. Tibbs is, he did a great job of complaining about the fouls, which really made, because he was complaining for Jalen Brunson, right? Saying that Cade Cunningham is getting more calls that Jalen Brunson should be getting. But it was like one call difference. Right. So, you know what I'm saying? So, the bottom line is that I just think that Tibbs is probably the major problem. You know what I'm saying? I think that's mainly the problem because of the fact of the offensive philosophy. You built the team around Jalen Brunson. Not saying that's a bad thing, but that's your number one. That's your go-to option. That's your one that has to get other people involved. It's so many jobs that he has to play. It would have been good to maybe pair him with another superstar, not just other good role players, you know what I'm saying? Gotcha. So like if you do like the Pistons when they won the chip, right? They was just good players, no superstar, just everybody fit. Right. Brunson's a superstar, so he's got to get busy. He's got to score. But if he doesn't score, then what happens?
Well, I think that's what Cat was
supposed to be. Yeah,
I think that's what he's supposed to be. I think that's what and I think this is just a bad matchup for the Pistons. I think this team. I agree with you. I think last year's team would fare better against the Pistons this year. But I think if they get to the second round, I think this year's team fares better against Boston.
Okay, because of the shooting,
the skill, because you're gonna have to score the ball against Boston because they're gonna score. Right. So I think this year's team matches up better later, but I think this is a tough matchup for them this first round.
Got you. Okay. All right. So any other matches? I like the Lakers. A lot of people are talking. Lakers are done, LeBron's done, this and that. Luka had a stomach bug, man. He didn't play well. He was sick.
Didn't. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, this is the test right here. Am I nervous if they get down 3-1? I can never be nervous with a LeBron team down 3-1.
That's true, too. That's true.
Can't ever be no more.
That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? But, we'll see. Any other series out there for y'all? How about the OKC? Well, OKC swept that, right? It's over.
Yeah.
What do you think about these guys not playing when they're banged up a little bit? Like Ja didn't play.
Yeah.
Jason Tatum didn't play.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else is not playing.
The Butler was hurt.
Butler,
Right.
I mean, they're all hurt.
Right.
But
Garland in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Garland didn't
right.
play.
Okay.
Yeah.
what do you think about that?
Well, I'll say this real quick. Everybody except Ja, I can give a pass to. Ja's the only one I don't, because, dude, if you don't play, it's over. It's over before the other team is making adjustments to rest their players.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? So everybody else, like Boston's they're building for the long run. So,
right.
You know what I mean? If you got a little ticky-tack injury, whatever, just, stay out for a game or whatever and get it together, whatever. But then he came back right away. So that questions that a little bit. Everybody else, I'm like, it's all good. I mean, now if it was like the finals or game 7, you better play.
Right.
Better play. But, these are teams that, Cleveland, who's Cleveland up against again?
They're about to sweep Miami.
Miami, right. So, yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? You can get away with it. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I kind of say.
You know what I mean?
Like being that it is the first round, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And a lot of the guys that are sitting due to little injuries, whatever, they're playing teams that not really in the series. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, if it was a game 6, game 7, you know what I'm saying? I think they would be out there, Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And then my last question for you guys is, who is the best NBA player's son that has come through the league? And I mean, it's an obvious answer. I want to kind of take him out, but like Steph's obvious. Meaning in the running.
Right.
Yeah, Steph is good.
I know I did see the first time I actually got to see him play yesterday when I was watching the game, Pippen Jr.
That's why
he can ball.
He's good. He's good. But, Gary Payton, Gary Payton III or something like that?
Yeah.
He's not bad either.
Not bad.
You know what I'm saying? But Pippen can play.
Yeah.
Pippen can play.
Like I would hear, I would hear his name throughout the season, but that's the first time I actually sat there and actually watched him play. I was like, he getting busy.
That's what made me think of. Because I was thinking about like, who, and I guess it's more of who of the star players.
Right. Yeah.
Because Dell wasn't a star.
Right.
Like of the star, like Pippen, Jordan, LeBron, like those guys who have these kids coming up now. Who's the best?
Yeah. Was Dell's not a Hall of Famer, right?
No.
Right. I mean, not even for the 3-point shot, 3-point shooting.
Nah.
Okay. He was tough though.
He was tough. He can play.
Yeah, he was tough. I think listen. Bronny, you got a chance, man. Is he on the playoff roster?
Of course he is.
I said he would be. Has he played yet?
I think he got played when they got blown out.
Oh, he did play in the playoffs.
When they got blown out.
Oh, okay.
No, you said he was going to be a stopper. You said he was going to play.
Yeah, you said contributor. Can't pass that one by MB, boy. I tell you what.
Because that was crazy when you said that.
Some of the other series though. What else? Who else? I mean, so it's Orlando's going to be done, right?
Yeah.
They won though.
It's 2-1.
They're
2-1. Yeah, it is 2-1.
Bucks are up.
Yeah.
No, Bucks are up 2-1. No, Pacers are up 2-1.
Yeah.
That game's today too, right?
Tonight.
Yeah. Why are they so? Why did everybody say that Tyrese Halliburton is the most overrated player in the NBA?
That says a lot when it's coming from
your peers.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That says a lot.
I heard that.
But why though? It's got to be hate though, right? Because it'd be different if You know, he didn't get busy.
Right.
He gets busy.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm.
But it might be because he gets busy some days, and some days
don't.
he's
he disappears.
And he's pretty arrogant about it.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Sure,
okay, so that could be it too. That could really be it too.
I know my boys call him the poor man's Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
Oh,
Halliburton.
yeah.
I think he got a lot of hate from being on that USA team too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that felt like he didn't
People
deserve it.
Right.
Yeah. But he was up and coming. I mean, he took his team to the Eastern Conference Finals, right?
I think he could play.
Wasn't it Indiana and Boston in the finals? Eastern
Yeah,
Conference.
because Indiana beat New York.
Right.
Yeah.
So he beat New York in New York.
Yeah, no, I think he can play. I mean, I wouldn't call him overrated. I mean, but I think he can ball.
Play.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, listen.
Especially out there.
FB said no more Bronny talks. No more Bronny talks. Tyrese can play. His jump shot is crazy, but other than that, and he gets it off. That's the other thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I think he's okay, man. Like, now somebody that who would you say if you had to choose someone that was overrated in the NBA? Who would you choose?
That's a tough one.
Tyrese Halliburton.
I have somebody in mind.
I try to think.
But they have to be up there for you. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
For you to say they overrated.
Shit, the way I feel, I'm saying Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
The way he got me in my feelings, you know what I'm saying?
You ain't lying.
You know what?
Jeez.
Might be Paul George though.
Yeah.
might
That's
go-
a
I
good
might
one.
go with
That's a
Paul
good one for real.
I might go
Paul George for real. I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I might go with Paul George. But come on, MB. What you?
This is Giannis?
Now.
Yeah, like, and even though he's like, I don't understand this. He's like in the running for MVP. Like, why aren't they better?
Right. Yeah, that's a good point.
I think when you tinker with chemistry, that's
another
problem.
that's another,
You got rid of Drew to bring in Dame. Now anybody would say, yeah, go do that. But some people say, yo, listen, if it ain't broke, why are you trying to fix this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like Drew left Milwaukee and went and won rings and is about to maybe win another ring.
Right, facts.
So I think when you tinker with chemistry, man, like you mess things up.
Which McCall being hurt. I mean, he's not even there no more.
Oh, Chris Middleton,
yeah,
right. That
he
hurt,
was a piece
He was a
when
big
they was
piece.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That they still have a very good roster.
Yes.
They do.
Yeah,
Right.
Crazy. Is Crazy Bobby still there?
He's still there.
He's
Crazy
not
Bobby?
suspended though.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Like, I don't know. I just think that I was thinking him and I was thinking Cat.
You know
Cat.
what? I'll go with Cat.
Because Cat puts up good numbers,
Yeah, but
I don't think they translate to winning.
Right. Yep. That's a good one.
He puts up good numbers. It doesn't translate to winning. And do you think that defenders are scared? No, man, no. It's a foul. You're not nervous. You know what I'm saying? I would say yes. I would say that he's overrated. Absolutely. I would say that. And that's what we were talking about. What would you do? Would you, they were saying that, the discussion last night was that they couldn't afford to pay Hartenstein. No, you could have, but you wanted Towns. You wanted to give OG his money. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I think you had to re-sign somebody else. So, yeah, you could have,
Right.
but you chose to go in other directions. But to me, I just feel like, he said, well, they're better. I said, well, they won 50 games. Last year, they won 51. He's like, yo, they're better. I said, one game. Right, you know what I'm saying? So it's all good, though. It's all good. What do you guys think about Cleveland, real quick? I just want to just touch on this and we want to move on to the next topic. But what do you think about Cleveland? Did you see this coming from Cleveland?
I mean, I feel like they do this not every year. I think they've done this a bunch of years.
Consistently.
Yeah.
So you've seen them growing. So the trajectory for where they're at, it fits what they've been showing.
Yes, but I think the problem with Cleveland is they haven't shown it in the playoffs.
Right.
So
I agree there.
like now this year it's going to be whoever they see in that second round, which who they should be. It's going to be Boston or Indiana. they should beat, and then which will be further than they've gotten in previous times. So that's a step forward. Right. But now, what happens when you play, Boston or New York?
Right. Then it's a problem. Right. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with it too. Like I didn't see him getting the number 1 seed. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying?
So
I figured they would be in the mix. You know what I'm saying? But like Coach said, I want to see what they do as the rounds get harder. You know what I'm saying? As we get up in the playoffs and whatnot, see if they can prove that they're that team, that number 1 seed.
Right?
Because I don't think so. I mean, I like Cleveland. But I don't think they winning no chips this year or nothing like that.
No, I think you got to go through your bumps and bruises, right? But I do think they're a really good team. I mean, they're kind of on the same kind of trajectory with Oklahoma City a little bit. Would you say? Okay,
a little bit.
I can see that as far as like progression, you know what I'm saying? Progression and stuff like that. Maybe the number 1 seed is almost like the Kings a couple of years ago or last year. Remember they were really good,
right,
and got bounced in the first round. You know what I'm saying? So but youthism always shows up. Impression.
I think they missing something.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
The Cleveland.
Gotta go Cleveland. I don't know what that piece is because I like Mitchell, like Garland, like Allen. You know what I'm saying? Like they got a decent constructed team, but it's just like is Donovan Mitchell that guy to get it done for him? I mean, he get busy, but
coming across like he.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is he really that?
Goodness.
To take him to that next level? I don't know.
It was the chemistry too. My man says the coach. I'm like, I don't know. It might be, it may not be. I don't know. But you got Strus now playing better. I wish they still had Niang. They let him go or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, they're not going to be bad. They're not going to be bad. Yeah. So, all right. Well, I'm going to let y'all rock out too. Yeah. All right, so let's talk about this obvious what they say, the elephant in the room, right? let's obviously talk about the elephant in the room. Shedeur Sanders didn't get drafted until the 5th round. Was it the 144th pick?
I believe so.
They went to the Cleveland Browns. Now, how many picks did Cleveland have before they picked him? They had a few, right? Yeah, 4 or 5, like right? Yeah. But they were that confident because they're the ones that really wanted him, I understand, from what I hear. They're that confident that, you know what? He's going to be there whenever we need to get him. Let's get everybody else, and then we'll grab him. But why did he fall? Now, did you guys get a chance to watch that thing? Okay.
I did.
Okay, you both watched it. Okay. And the thing was, it was like a TikTok or something that talked about how Shedeur had a dream 2 days before. He says, sometimes, when God's got good big plans for you, the devil comes in and messes with you. And I totally and wholeheartedly agree to that. That I do agree to, okay? Especially when he's got you set up for something, he's trying to take you somewhere. Shout out to Ruthie. Thieves don't rob empty houses. You know what I'm saying? It was prophetic, right? But I don't know if that's the case here with this. And this might be judging, but I don't know.
Right.
What's your thoughts before we really get into it? What's the preliminary thoughts? Let me see what's going on with MB.
It's for me, it was one of those things where like I had feelings about Shedeur Sanders from the time he went to Colorado and how he played. And I'm like, I don't think he's that good. But like, it's one of those things you can't say because, you're a hater, you're this, you're that, you just don't like, And I'm like, and I'm not a big college football guy, so I'm watching it and I'm like, the offensive line stinks and this. And I'm like, all right, well, maybe I'm just not seeing, like, maybe, whatever. And then it was like, for this to happen, in my opinion, and for everybody to blame everything else.
Right. Other than
how good he is. I don't understand it. Like, if I'm a team that needs a quarterback, and now I'm going to disagree with what you said, Jay, about how the Cleveland thought like they could just wait till whenever, because they took a quarterback before him.
Yeah, the 3rd round.
Oh, wow.
So he's the second quarterback they drafted.
Okay, yeah, wow.
So I don't even think they were like, like, no, I think this guy's better. Oh, but I don't think there's a team out there, even if he's not good enough. And this is what I think the team said. He's not good enough for us to have to deal with what's going to come along with him.
Mm-hmm.
So now, do I want to bring this kid in? And it's not, I guess it's not his fault, like the media that comes with it. Mm-hmm. Do I want to bring this kid in who's going to be probably our third quarterback?
Right.
Now, all we're going to be talking about is, when's Shedeur going to get you? Like,
right.
He's our third quarterback, which means most of the time he's not even going to be
dressed.
Right. You have the clipboard in his hand.
Like, so I think that's what I think more than anything, because at the end of the day, the NFL is one of the biggest businesses in the world.
Yep.
And each owner, each team, he doesn't have any personal issues. He's not have any, police allegations or anything like that. It's just a matter of, is he good enough for us to deal with what's going to come along with it? And I think most of those teams obviously said,
nope.
No.
Right. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Let me hear CB. What's
I was basically on the. It was so many scenarios of why he was falling, but to me, I agree with Coach. It goes back to his talent, in my opinion. I mean, did his father play a role? Maybe. You know what I'm saying? Did some other things play some roles? Maybe. I'm sure it probably did a little bit, if it did at all. But it just goes back to, I mean, these guys are getting paid a lot of money to evaluate these players, you know what I'm saying? And they got the resources to do it. They got the time to do it. I'm sure they did their due diligence, and he's not that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're not going to give him first round guaranteed money and got to be locked in for 4 or 5 years. And I don't think he's going to get the job done for us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think he went that's his value. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, 5th round, give you a couple of dollars. And now he just got to put the work in. Dak Prescott was he 4th round pick, they said. And Kirk Cousins made buku dollars, and he was a 4th, 5th round. I mean, now it's up to you. Show and prove.
Right.
Shows that you got that work. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I agree with what you guys are saying, but I do think that his talent, I think he's talented, right? And I think you guys have said that too. You're questioning how talented, right?
Yeah. I think he can fit in the NFL.
I think he's good, right? But the thing here for me is where I have a problem with things. And, again, anytime, we're all educators, right? So anytime things go wrong in our lives, whatever problems, because we're leaders, we're educators, we're men of vision, we sit and ponder and think, where did I miss? Where did something go wrong? But we believe in building strong foundations, because once you build a strong foundation, then you can grow on top of that, right? I think there's a problem. The problem started when he took the job and said, God called, he got a collect call. I do. I got to go back to the root, man. You got to go to the root, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to go to the root, man. Yo, that's when the problem started. Okay. Because God told you, he gave you a collect call, you sent you to Jackson State, you brought your son. You did all this for your son and for you too, okay? You brought your son had a phenomenal year, whatever, 2 years, whatever. You got Travis Hunt and all that, you know what I'm saying? Then you go to Colorado. And then you didn't come back and say God told you to leave. He didn't say none of that. We saw that you got the bag and you went. So, okay, but where in any point in the Shedeur Sanders story did you see any level of humility? Because I'm coming into a big league, a big business, and I'm telling people what I'm going to do? How does that work?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's another scenario that could add it to the situation as well.
I think that's like that's it. Because, the owners, right, they're saying, wait a minute, who is this kid? Wait, he didn't do a pro day, did he? Did he do a pro day?
At the school. He didn't do the combine.
He did the
He
combine.
didn't play in the senior game. All
He
that.
told
Combine.
certain things, this and
I
that.
think he just had the pro day at Colorado.
I was beginning to read something about the Giants and, with his meeting with them. And I think Dable called him out on something. I mean, he definitely has no place to even talk with him and Danny Jones. You know what I'm saying? But to me, and let's just be clear, this is what I feel, okay? You as an African-American man, you are told from the sandbox how you need to navigate in this world.
True.
I don't care how much money you got in your pocket. You still have to navigate a certain way in this world. And I think he forgot that. And I think that he was taught a lesson. You know what I'm saying? I think that's part of it, but I also think at the same time, this is humility. It was a lack of humility. You cannot be that way and expect people just to your talent. So let's say I'm that way, but my ego's here, but my talent level doesn't match my ego. Right. That's going to lead to some problems, right? So you guys talked about the talent. Like he's talented, but it's not that talented, right? So now you talk about the ego. And then you talk about, prime time going to be right there, positioning for a coordinator job.
So you said the talent doesn't match the ego. If the talent matches the ego, is it a problem? Meaning, if
not in that business.
If Caleb Williams last year, who was the consensus number one pick, and he did to a degree, I guess, act the same way, and I guess he did to not as much, but to a degree, as Shedeur, would he still have been the number one pick?
Not in that business. That particular business, NFL, is known for some of their practices, not necessarily being admitted to, but we could all ascertain and assume and make a real educated assumption that this is how a lot of people in the NFL, owners, big business feel. Right. So now you know that, and then you still come in a certain way. I think that's the biggest issue.
No, I agree. I'm agreeing with you, but I'm saying if he was the best player in the draft, and that's all you're changing his talent, raise his talent level,
right? Oh, to match the ego,
to match who he is.
I don't think that matters. I think ultimately the NFL feels like, this brand was here years before your talent came, and it'll be here years after.
See, I disagree.
So I think
if he was that good, if he was number one worthy talent or first round worthy talent,
he'd have still got picked.
I think he still would have gotten picked where his talent level was. But I think when you don't have the talent, I think what you're saying gets magnified by
even more. That's true. No, that's true. I'll give you that. Yeah,
you know
that's
what
true.
I mean?
Yes.
So I think we're saying the same thing as in terms of I'm saying your talent doesn't match what we have to deal with with you.
Okay, that's fair.
But if it's and we as coaches, we get caught in this situation a lot where it's like, all right, this kid's really good and he's going to help us, but I'm going to have to deal with this side of it.
Right.
Am I willing to do that? Am I willing to do that? And sometimes you have to deal with it because
but sometimes you could deal with something like that at risk of losing
without a doubt
the rest of the
without
team.
a doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
There it is. That's that group dynamic. See, that's storming. You know what I'm saying? But I just think it's more I think that's the main thing at play. I'll say that's a good breakdown. The talent and the ego. Right. It doesn't match.
It's not close.
It's not equivalent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like he now has put himself in a position to now you got to get it from the muscle. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to go out there and you got to prove, which is what that's any league, but specifically the NFL. That's what you have to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's unfortunate, but I don't know. What do you think his trajectory is in the NFL? Do you think you can't say is he a bust because he got picked in the 5th round in 144, right? So that is there's no pressure there, right?
Does he make the team?
I would, you know what?
So let me read.
Because they got 5 quarterbacks.
They have 5 quarterbacks.
Okay.
Deshaun Watson.
Right, but he's done. right? He's got a ACL or something like that. He got an ACL or something.
He did get hurt. I don't know
He's
how.
done. I think he might be out this next year. I thought he had an ACL.
Okay.
It was ACL.
Joe Flacco.
Oh, you know, grandpa.
He's gonna be on the team.
But he's gonna be on the team. Yeah.
Kenny Pickett.
Okay.
All right, now this is where I get interested because I didn't know Deshaun Watson was out. Kenny Pickett, Dylan Gabriel, the kid they drafted before.
Okay.
From Oregon.
And then Shador. So now, of those, take Deshaun Watson out. Of those 4 quarterbacks, there's only 2 of them that can start. Flacco or Kenny Pickett.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, what do you do? So those 2 have to be on the roster.
There you go. You're right.
Yeah. It's going to be.
I say he makes the team, though.
So they got to cut or get rid of this Gabriel kid.
Yeah.
I think, listen, what if he winds up starting? Then what does that change our argument?
I don't think so because I think at that point, if he does wind up starting, at that point, that's where he probably got a piece of the humble pie, maybe changed his acting ways a little bit.
That's what I'm saying, right?
And you know what I'm saying, and
Right.
put the work in to get that start position. So I think he might,
Right. See, if he starts
little more.
it highlights, you need. They spanked you.
Right.
It was a spanking. See, if you started, it was a spanking.
Right.
It was a spanking.
Had to get you right.
Had to get you right, Like you can't. Think about any stars that that are African American and conduct themselves with that level of arrogance, and you know what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying that he's wrong for not feeling
Right.
or celebrating his talent and who he is.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I don't care who you are. You could be Obama. You are taught from the sandbox on how to navigate in this world. It is what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you can never forget it. I don't care how much money you make.
That's
You
true.
can't forget. You know what I'm saying? So I think that to me is one of the things that it's unfortunate though. It is unfortunate. It's unfortunate that some of these things are still out there, whatever. I just don't like. See, you know what? And that's what I think. What do you think? Because you guys have talked about it amongst your friends and whatever. What are your thoughts? What are you saying? Like in your circle, what is the consensus of people? Or is it up and down? Pause. We had to.
I mean, it's some of my guys was thinking it was just like kind of what Coach said, just too much coming with it, and teams ain't really want to deal with that. And you know what I'm saying? Like pretty much like how we just broke it down. The talent is not matching the sideshow that's going to come with the talent. So he went where his value placed him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, you're going to hear talking about they just hating.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like with all them scenarios, I just kept coming back to pretty much with the talent part of it. You know
Talent.
I just feel as though, some of that might have had some things to do with it, but his talent didn't match all of that. So that's why he went in the 5th round. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm kind of leaning towards. Because my thing is, especially as coaches, and, we're talking about professional coaches and professional evaluators and with all the resources, with all the time, all the, break down the film, private work, They got time so they know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
That's why they're there.
That's
you know what I mean? It's not like I'm like, I like Shador, let me get him.
Right.
I didn't spend time with this kid. I didn't broke film down, compared him to other people, all of that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's a business. It's a big business. You know what I'm saying? So
I got you. What about you, MB?
Yeah, I mean, it's all over the board. You have the people, and in the people I deal, I can kind of tell who's going to say what. They're just hating. They don't want to deal with Deion, blah, 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 blah. But, it just comes back to it's
the talent.
It's the talent, and these coaches, scouts, GM, their job, this is their livelihood.
Right.
Their jobs are on the line to get it right. They're not going to be messing around with, I just don't want to deal with this kid.
Right.
Like, no, if the talent's good, and a good GM, a really good GM, and I thought the Eagles were going to take him.
See, I thought that too, because you guys have a penchant for taking the at-risk athletes.
I thought they were going to take him and then flip him.
Oh, wow.
Well, maybe like next year or whatever.
Okay.
Because if he has talent and he's there and the value is there, why not take him
Right.
knowing, somebody's quarterback's going to get hurt. Now I can go flip him for that. But, like, nobody did that.
Right.
So it's like, I don't know. It was, I don't know.
So one thing I wanted to say before we move on is, what are your thoughts about him versus Travis Hunter? Now, because Travis went what, number 2?
Number 2.
And he went 144.
Traded up to somebody traded
Somebody traded up to get him.
Jacksonville.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, of course, I mean, Shedeur he's a big part of why Travis is there. Would you agree or disagree?
Yeah, he's the quarterback, so I mean, he had to get him the ball, but
Right,
you know,
that's what I'm saying.
We got professional quarterbacks now that's going to get him the rock.
But
and I think that just goes back to talent.
But does it go back to talent? Yeah, you're right about that. You agree. It goes back to talent, right? But it also goes to character.
Oh yeah, true. Because you got Hunter,
talking
about going fishing and
right. Leave my girlfriend alone. Leave her alone.
Not true.
My girlfriend, not yours. Leave him alone.
Definitely different characteristics there. Yeah, definitely more carries himself in a more humble way. You know what I'm saying? I would say.
Yeah, there was no
entourage.
There's no worry about what we're getting. Like, there's no worry about is this guy going to be, out going crazy? There's no worry about that. So he's a safe
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Safe.
And where'd he go?
A lot of talent.
Jacksonville traded
Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But Jackson.
But still,
it's not Miami.
No, that's true. That's true. But it's not bad. It's not bad.
I go Jacksonville. I'm just
it's not Miami.
Now let me ask you this real quick before we move on. The Cleveland Brown organization, are they just forever going to be trash? Like, 'cause I didn't even understand, like, all right, Watson is hurt, whatever. He might not be there. I didn't understand giving him all that money from the rip. But then you get a quarterback in the 3rd round, then you come back in the 5th round to take Shedeur. Like, what's the rhyme and reason? Like, don't they got other stuff they need to fix? I'm going to draft 2 quarterbacks. Like, what are we doing here? Like, Cleveland?
Yeah, there are definitely certain organizations in all sports that you're like, they just can't
figure it out, right? Like,
and I go back to basketball. Like, Sacramento is that for me for basketball.
Okay.
Like you were talking about, they had the one good year, and then that was it. And then now they traded everybody. Now we got to get rid of De'Aaron Fox. Now we got to fire our coach. Like, it's crazy. How do you do it? Like, Cleveland. I don't. When you have multiple picks, like 3, 4, 5 years in a row in the first 5 picks, like something's wrong. Come on,
like, what are we doing?
Does it have anything to do with it being Cleveland?
Maybe
nobody wants to go there.
That could be it.
I mean, because it doesn't.
That could be it.
It doesn't. Hey, listen. I'm sorry. I'm distracted now because somebody asked a question on here, and I'm not sure. I'm about to feel a way about it. I'm really my whole demeanor has changed. But I'm not sure if I should. So, I'm like, man, should I ask this question? But I'm not going to ask this question. So somebody on here, Tony the Tiger, because we stream and stuff is. I don't know who Tony the Tiger is. I just assumed it was somebody I know or whatever. I don't know. But I don't know. They just asked, they said, can I ask you a question? They said, love the pod. I'm like, oh, that's what's up, man. Appreciate you. They say, want to ask a question? Yeah, what's good? You know what I mean? So he says, I'm going to ask the question, would you guys rather watch a tree grow or a knee grow? Yeah, I don't. What? Yeah, I don't understand this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand this. I don't understand this. Like,
okay.
Yeah, and that's really all you can do, right? Like,
oh man.
Yeah, I don't know.
People got too much time on there.
They do, man. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know what? Yo, we being watched.
Yeah, thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Tony Tiger,
we appreciate you. Good luck. Good luck. Yeah, just keep it online. Yo. I hope we don't meet you though, Tone. Not Tone. Tone's my guy. Not that Tone. This is right. He said God. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I don't know. You got to come with some other jokes. You know what I'm saying? But no. I appreciate you though. He said he loved the pie, so it's all good. But anyway, you know what I mean. But yeah. So listen. Somebody say Coffee Cake 8 says, what do you say? land of developing quarterbacks. Cleveland is the land of developing quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? The quarterbacks have problems out there.
They are the wasteland of quarterbacks.
Manziel had a problem.
It's just Cleveland, man. It's not just Cleveland.
What's out there?
See, like a bunch of these quarterbacks, like Manziel had a problem before he got there. Like he was wild boy.
That's true.
Deshaun Watson was there because he had problems.
Right.
Flacco's just trying to hold on.
Right.
A couple more
another year.
Kenny Pickett just got traded there.
Yeah.
Got these two young boys. Like, I don't know.
It's like.
Well, so any other picks that because that took over the whole draft, right?
Yeah, it did. I like the Eagles going with the local kid because he played the Campbell kid. He played for my brother-in-law at Timber Creek for 2 years, and then he went to then he finished at IMG for his last 2 years.
What's his name?
Jahad Campbell. Played linebacker at Alabama.
Okay.
So that was the Eagles' first round pick. So it was always good to see the local kids.
Right. And he's probably happy about that.
I'm sure.
Even though he's from Jersey.
And he can play.
You know what I mean?
That's another thing too. I was surprised they went with linebacker.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying, for that first pick. But I mean,
but you guys, who retired or who?
Brandon Graham retired.
Brandon Graham.
We lost a couple.
They went heavy on the defense because we lost Eric.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, I think the Eagles did the best they could with
what they had,
with the picks they had. When you're picking, and this isn't like when you're picking that late,
right?
You're just trying to get the best players you can get.
Any other teams that you felt good? How about the Giants? I
was going to say I like the Carter pickup.
You do?
I like the Carter pickup.
Okay, they say he want an LT number.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm like, okay,
LT said no.
Yeah, absolutely not. Yeah, you gotta prove yourself, yo.
Right. For your own number.
Right. But see, now that level of ego is okay. Right. Would you say?
Because you're the best defensive player in the draft.
Right. But also, he talking to a Hall of Famer. He's like, yo, I want that number. So that's like you aspiring to be.
And
you know what I'm saying?
It's not him saying he better give me that.
Right.
He's not
saying that. Oh wow.
Who else y'all pick up? Who else did y'all
I don't know.
Jackson Dart.
Dart.
Okay.
What
is he? Oh, he's a quarterback. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. And I didn't know that we had Russell Wilson. As a kid.
Russell Wilson and Jameis.
Jameis Winston, right? Okay. So we hope to be back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Now,
They also got the running back from Arizona State.
Scatterbo or whatever.
Oh, right.
He's tough. Yeah.
Well, Coffee K8 says, let's be honest, Travis Hunter is too small and thin to be an aggressive cornerback. He's got to be a receiver. But he wants to play both.
I think they're going to let him play both. I think he'll be probably a receiver first, and then they'll let him.
Like certain packages, maybe.
Yeah, just probably try to keep him happy, keep him interested.
Gotcha.
True. But I agree. As time goes on, he's going to have to.
Yeah. So, how do you think he fares out in Jacksonville? Because we know, because we were talking about, and there's a rabbit hole we got to talk about because we're talking about football. Shay. Shay's in some trouble. Okay. Now we were talking about like Shay, what's going on now? Bill Belichick is getting he kind of similar to Shay, right? But maybe because Bill Belichick is 70 something with a 20-some-year-old.
He's not getting sued and claims of
right
violence and manipulations.
They look like they might be really involved. Right.
This is normal.
Matching Halloween costumes. You know what I'm saying?
She's having a good time.
She's at least faking it very well.
Oh yeah, faking it till you make it. Right. You know what I'm saying?
But like this here is like.
Right. So, when we were talking last night, they said that, the NFL has people out there that train you on, hey, listen, you got to be mindful of this, these type of women, this, that, and the third. So, I'm concerned for Travis, though. Because I think Travis, just judging by, letting your girl twerk and drink in the club while you outside playing Uber.
That's kind of crazy.
Studying your playbook is a little, I don't know. So he definitely needs that training. But let's just go to Shay Shay. What's your thoughts about that?
She's not. You talked about it earlier. His navigational skills is not working. He's trying. You know what I'm saying?
Straight tripping.
You know what I mean?
Right. Like what? Yeah, no, I gotta hear. I gotta hear.
I don't have any, like, it's just like, what are you doing?
Right. That's what I'm saying. You're not navigating
What are you
correctly.
doing?
Like,
What are you doing?
You know what I'm saying?
What are you doing? Like, like you should know better.
It's one of those things where, like, these guys, one mistake can change everything.
Yeah.
Right. For everybody.
Yeah.
For anybody.
Like,
right.
you can't, you can't, and I don't, it sucks, but you can't let your guard down when you
When you're in
have
that
for
position.
anybody.
Yeah.
You have to,
Yeah, not when you have that. Yeah. Yeah.
And I saw a report like this is not like he got let go from CBS Sports because of an HR file. He got let go from Fox Sports because of some nonsense. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a problem.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying?
this is like a little history.
Recurring acts of stupidness. You know what I'm saying? Like, let go from CBS Sports for some dumbness. Let go from Fox Sports for some dumbness. Now you're here, you land on your feet again, and now Disney might be like, get him out of here. You know what I mean?
Wow. And he's really made a name for himself. He's really
Where we
done,
going?
I think she wants 50. He offered 10.
Yeah, so
And,
is that a mission? That's a mission of guilt, right?
but to me, I don't know. To
Or you just
me,
paying to just
Fine,
get it
shut
over and shut her up, get it over.
right. But if you worth $100 million, you know you messed up, and she wants 50 million. You know she messed up. You know you messed up. And you know that she has the ability to put you out there and damage your public persona and image.
You might have to.
I'm paying the bread. I'm paying it.
You might have to.
I mean, I might go 10. You say 50.
Right.
All right, 50. Yo, let's draw up these contracts. Sign. Yo, you know what? And I would take that as a lesson learned.
Right. Yeah, you would think, but
Right. But now you got this out here. And then, see, the worst thing you can do is you talk about, let me choke you. It's not good. It's not good things, man. Like, I don't even see that. I don't say this a crime for him. He's 52. You know what I'm saying? He got a little young shorty.
Right.
Have a good time. Do what you gotta do. Right. She know what she doing.
Right.
And you know what you doing. Right. But it seemed like it was more.
right.
And you know what I'm saying? Like, you tripping.
That's
Maybe it was too much. What's he drinking on that Shay stove? Cavassier?
It's one of them cognac.
Cognac.
He got his own.
He got his own.
He's got his own?
Yeah, I don't know the
Okay,
name of it, but he got his own.
Yeah. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. That's all I'm saying. Get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Is Shay Shay done? I hope not, but is he done?
I think he's done on, I think all I have left is his podcast.
Yeah.
The Club Shay Shay.
Yeah.
You think he gets guests?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll still get. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think he's going to. I think the podcast is a wrap.
Think so?
Yeah, because it was sponsored by somebody, right? Who sponsored that? Is that ESPN or somebody? Somebody sponsored it.
No, it wasn't
sponsored
ESPN,
by- I
but
think
he has some. Yeah.
I think he has the keep it going. I think he can keep it going. That's all he's got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got
that's
no
over.
choice.
So first take and all that, he's done with
That
that.
might be a wrap. You know what I'm saying? I saw because whatchamacallit said a little something. I don't know what I was watching. I don't know if it was his podcast. Stephen A was just saying like, I'm the executive producer, First Take, but I got bosses. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So he already know.
I got bosses to answer to. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Right. And them bosses are saying
And like, get him out of here.
Yeah.
Well, he's off. He's done. He's off ESPN.
They took
he's
him off
suspended
already?
though.
Yeah. Well, no,
Oh,
I'm
they
saying.
suspended him.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Suspended,
Yeah,
yeah.
because that's right. I haven't seen him. You're right.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, so.
So
Yeah.
as I'm saying, like, you know, and these are all lessons. Like, don't we learn certain lessons?
You would think, right?
You know what I'm saying? But I understand, you have weak moments.
Yeah.
And you think you're bigger than
Right. That's the problem.
than the
That's the
system,
problem.
the whatever you
The
want.
ego.
That's the problem.
The ego is something that happens, and it's not just in one culture, it's across in
true,
all
true.
cultures. if something goes on when you get some money in your pocket, people used to say character is revealed when times are at its worst. I said no. Character is revealed when you have the world in your hands.
Right. Now let's see how you act.
Now let's see how you act. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And that's usually what you see. When you could tell, oh, okay, you know what? Oh, you've never had nothing. So people that have had things or have had people in their life to give them perspective and stuff, when they get a little couple of dollars or whatever, they don't change who they are. It's just, okay, I got a little more resource. You know what I'm saying? But some people, when you ain't never had nothing, then that becomes like part of your identity. So now my identity is that, I got money.
Right. True.
Okay, everybody, his mama got money. What level to, there's different varying levels of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's what it comes down to. And usually it's those that, allow the money to like dictate their character.
Right.
They're the ones that fall far.
True.
For sure.
And now I'm gonna be, it's funny, y'all done came up with the formula. I'm gonna be looking at everything in that formula. His ego and his talent don't match.
It don't match.
He's very good.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
He's very good. You know what I mean?
Right. But it's on all levels. It's on all levels though. Like it could even be like on the superstar level, but even on our everyday life type level. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't tell you how many times especially when I was younger, and I was out there fishing, and you know what I mean by fishing. I'm out there fishing, you run into some people, and you like, damn, why you feeling, damn, you're not even all that like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not even all that. Like, I don't understand how you carry that persona like that. And I'm not going, I'm not going to diss her or whatever. But I remember somebody told me like, Jason, peace, Matt. And Todd and them, I remember somebody said, Bryce, I can buy and trade you.
Thank you.
Right.
Sheesh.
Right. You know what I mean? You's a broke. You broke. I can buy and trade you. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Sheesh.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So, and I just had to laugh. Right. I just laughed because in my mind I was saying, this might be why you ain't got no man. You know what I'm saying? That might be why. Like, you can't look at people like that. Like, how do you look at people like that? How do you disrespect somebody like that? Right. I can buy and trade you. That means something, your value is here.
Yeah, that's
nah,
crazy.
son. You know what I'm saying? So, talent and ego is not just sports. It's everything. You know what I'm saying? It's everything. We got a couple of oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, yeah, right. Fred FB said it's a wrap for that podcast. Yeah, absolutely right. There is no more Club Shay Shay. Club Shay Shay has closed. That is a wrap, yo. All right, and then hold up. Corbin C said, Cam Ward, baller or bust? Or buster?
I think he'll be okay.
I think he'll be all right.
I don't think he's gonna be anything great. I think he'll be solid.
Okay, so he'll be pretty decent. So you say baller.
So.
You say baller.
Baller more than bust, yeah.
Okay. I don't think it'll be a bust, nah.
Okay, baller. Okay. All right. And then now, the next comment was from Shemaine Smith Mosley. Appreciate you watching the show. Shay too old to be dating somebody's 21-year-old child. He said Mo told him to stop messing with these young girls.
She did.
Yeah.
She definitely did.
She might have, but I'm not gonna go there. That might have been the
Cat Williams tried to warn him too.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, that's gonna happen though.
Yeah.
Like, that's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny. Like, I guess that's the way of the world, right? As men get older, younger women want older men. Not so much the other way.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't know why, but yeah, I mean, is he too young to be dating somebody? Yes. I didn't know they were dating, and that's probably where he went wrong.
Right.
She's not trying to date you.
Right.
She doesn't. You have nothing in common with
She's trying to get a couple of dollars from
She's trying to get a couple of dollars. So play it for what it is. Play it for what it is, yo. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be doing it anyway because you're a full-grown damn man, son. That should know better.
Right.
It'd be different if you like you're in your 20s, your 30s.
Trying to figure it out.
You pushing 60, bro. Come on, fam. You should know. She's not trying to be with you. Bill Belichick. Matter of fact, Bill Belichick believes that this young girl wants to be with him. Because he dressed up in the Halloween costume. He's buying in.
Listen, there's a report.
Wait a minute.
There's a report out on it that when he was in New England, if anybody leaked any information, anything at all, they got fired. No questions asked. Gone.
Okay. Okay.
All right. He just put out an announcement to whoever that any email that is sent to him, you have to CC her.
Oh wow.
Because she's like a part of the program. Like she has a role at North Carolina. She has a job there, whatever it is on the staff.
Okay.
But anything you send him, you CC her.
Okay.
Yeah. She gonna be running.
So what's her name? What's her name? I can
the devil?
Listen, I can hear somebody. Wait, you go, girl.
You know
I can hear her. You go, girl.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll say it for him. No, you go, girl. Because you got him. Got him. Oh, you could tell he was buying in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Come on, man. Like, yo, you tripping, man. So, but listen, to each his own. Listen, he's got money. I don't know if he's got kids. I don't think Shay got kids, right?
I don't think
so. I don't think so.
I don't know.
Right? I haven't heard. I don't know.
Yeah. But oh man, it's a sad thing.
Yeah.
It's sad. But anyway, so the podcast is over. Oh, I say it's over.
Think so?
Yeah. You all say
I think I might hang in there for a little bit.
Nah,
I think he can hang in there for a little bit.
It's done.
I think like Coach said, I think he has enough. Well, I don't know after she takes his money, but I think he has enough resources to try to keep it going. For like Coach said, what else he gonna do? He might as well try it at least.
He has to go on podcasts.
Well,
he cannot host no more podcasts. He's got to go on. He got to go on tour. But this time it's not going to be a worldwide. It's going to be a chitlin circuit. He can't even go. Shay.
Come on
in. Let us be your start here, man. You know what I'm saying? Let us be your start here, man. All right, but he has to go on tour to explain himself, son.
Does he still do the one with Ocho Cinco? Yeah. They still going.
Okay. I mean, you see how long it took for OJ to rest in peace for him to be on a podcast or do anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, but of course his thing's a lot worse.
Right, yeah, true.
But it's just an unfortunate thing. You see stars, and some of their fall from graces and stuff like that.
He just put out a podcast 6 hours ago.
Oh, okay. All right. But now what's the title of it?
I'm sorry.
It's the same thing. Warriors beat Rockets. Shador's finally drafted.
Oh,
I guess he's still trying. Yeah, I guess.
Oh. Well, maybe he really felt he's innocent. Yeah. Maybe he is innocent.
Maybe he is.
Maybe Puffy's innocent too.
Yeah, maybe. We're going to find out.
Okay. Yeah, you know what I mean? Anyway, all right, yo, let's move on. All right, baseball. We're about to land the plane here, man. I see you got the hat on.
Yeah, man.
How y'all doing? Yeah.
What,
MB shaking his head.
14-13.
14-13.
Oh, man, what's happening? Is it the offense or is it the pitching?
Both.
Oh,
yes. We've blown some saves.
Wow.
Bullpen is awful.
I thought it was revamped.
And we're not. No, bullpen was never ready.
Okay.
And we're not hitting the ball.
We're not
hitting. Wow. Who's at the forefront of not hitting the ball? Bryce?
Everybody.
Yeah, it's kind of like the team. It's just like the collective. Like nobody hot, nobody streaky right now. Yeah.
But still, what's your term, coach?
We're working out the kinks.
Still working out the kinks, man.
Oh, no. So, these kinks should have been worked out. Same team from last year. You know what I'm saying? They should have been worked out.
Same coach, too.
Yeah. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know.
We should be, but...
And how did they fare in New York? How did they fare versus those Mets?
Swept.
Wow.
They got swept.
Wow.
Swept out the building.
Wow.
Juan Soto, not known, throwing people out at the plate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Wow.
Come on. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, so what about Ranger? Ranger
hasn't pitched.
Yeah, he's not bad.
Zach.
Zach is all right. A couple bad starts.
But Nola is struggling.
Nola's
yeah.
Wow, he's struggling. Yeah. But the thing about what I do know about the Phillies is that they'll make a run. They usually
Hopefully.
make runs. They usually make runs, yo.
Yeah, hopefully.
They usually make runs.
That's the one good thing about baseball. Like you
early.
have a chance
early.
to make a run. You know what I'm saying?
Early.
So I'm not counting them out just yet.
You get hot. You get hot.
It's like, come on, fellas.
Yeah. Now,
See up a little bit.
how's the Yankees? I haven't really been tuned into baseball.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I haven't really.
I think the Yankees are they're doing all right. Yeah, and matter of fact, yo, listen,
They're over
man.
500. I'm
They
sure.
are, yeah. And matter of fact, yo, rest in peace to Mr. Russell Richardson too. I wasn't able to go to his funeral yesterday, but definitely, saddened for him. His sisters, Miss Rushi, Devin Norman's granddaughter. He's a great dude. He was the maintenance man, at the high school.
Oh, okay.
He's a great dude.
Yeah.
Shout out to also to the 50th family too. We lost some people this year at Penns Grove, yo. Just going through them. But the reason I'm bringing up Mr. Richardson because I'm going to miss talking to him about the Yankees.
Got you.
He was a Yankee man.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? And he proudly wore his hat. You know what I'm saying? He's a Yankee man. You know what I'm saying? And we had just talked. He passed Easter morning. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But maybe we talked earlier that week.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He like, man, what you talking about, man, the Yankees? I should be listening to you. They doing all right. I'm like, yeah, it's right now, though.
Right
Come
now.
on, Mr. Richardson, it's right now, man. They need the pitching, man, So I'm going to miss talking my Yankee stuff to him, but definitely a shout out to him, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, if you don't mind, I'm going to do like a little rest in peace, smoke the side.
Make it happen.
Yeah, appreciate you guys, man. Like, he was a really good dude, man. I felt bad that I wasn't able to go because it was at 12. It was a late start in service. It was at 12. Usually, if the services, they have like a viewing pod, like 9 or something like that. I ran down there, paid my respects, said my prayers or whatever, and then did what I had to do, but. I just couldn't do it that because I knew I had to bounce somewhere or whatever. But definitely, like I said, I'm definitely praying for the family, Miss Rushi, Devin, and Alondra, and all the Richardson family, man. You guys are deep in my heart. Thinking about you guys and praying for y'all. All right. Sure. So, other than that, I don't think there's no other thing in baseball. Like, I haven't really been tuned in. Like, it's early.
It's playoff time. It's early.
It's early.
We got the basketball
Early.
playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So
Nothing crazy.
once all that's done, the draft and everything, you know what I'm saying? Once it kind of calms down, then it'll be time.
Right.
Midsummer. Start getting locked in. Hopefully the Phillies are doing all right.
We'll see. I want to throw something at you guys to think about it because, I know you guys are busy. But I do think that you guys should really, really consider let's experiencing a real championship team and going to see a championship stadium, man. Like, come on, man. Like, you know what I mean? Okay, all right. So now we just got to figure out who's going to drive. And
it's all good. It's all good. I got the room.
Oh, okay. There we go. Let's go.
I just upgraded.
The third inning.
You ain't lying, right? You ain't lying. He gonna feel away, and I'm gonna be like, yo, that's why they call him the Bronx Ballers. Next thing I know, he like, yeah, I'm gonna see y'all later, y'all. I was like, damn, we ain't even get no hot dogs yet. It's funny, yo.
He's in the third inning.
Yo, you did bounce, yo. You bounced early as I know what. But I will say, you pregame though, right? You was out there early. You was out there early.
He's in the third inning.
Right.
All right, y'all ready, folks?
Yeah, right.
Let us beat this traffic.
Right. Yeah, I will say this. And I want y'all to see like Monument Park and stuff like. I was talking.
Yeah, I'm with it though. I'm definitely with it.
I was talking to my man Billsy. Shout out Billsy. I gotta have you watching too, man. Billsy's a good guy. He's my old head. He's a good dude. He was telling me about. We was laughing about. Because I asked him if because he's older. He's like 70 something, and I was like, yo, he's a big time Phillies fan. I said, yo, listen, tell me about Richie Ashburn. don't even know who the hell he is. I said, me either.
We are adding. We're Jimmy Rollins and somebody else getting added to the wall.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
We're adding to the wall. To the wall of fame.
Wait. First of all, speaking of the Wall of Fame, we haven't seen a picture of Richie Ashburn.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
birdcage.
Yes. I'm going to send it yes.
Oh, he is
yes,
up? Okay.
Yes. I played for the season.
Okay.
I will send you the picture.
Okay. So listen, when the guests from the birdcage come in, do you bring their attention to it or they don't?
Nah.
They don't even say that.
It's not the prominent part.
Okay. I got you.
If anything, they probably looking at me like, who's that?
Who is this dude? Like, wait a minute. It's something with the team here.
Right. So.
Good stuff.
We got Muhammad Ali and Richie Ashburn.
Baby. Yeah, you know what I mean? But anyway, MB, final thoughts, bro.
Real quick, this will be my final thought, but we all got to comment on it. We didn't. I meant to bring it up earlier and I didn't. Mr. LeBron James. So LeBron James, Kevin Gates, rapper, said some things about
his wife,
and how she acts and all this other stuff. And LeBron but put out his own Instagram, basically responding to what he said, but not to him, just put it out there.
Right.
And then Kevin Gates shows up at game 2 of the first round of the playoffs, sits courtside,
right there.
And there's nothing to be said. Nobody, no interaction, no nothing. I know, and listen, LeBron's picking and choosing his battles. I understand, but
he's not consistent.
You're not consistent.
Right.
Not consistent.
So it's okay.
Look like a fraud.
Let me protect my son, but I don't need to protect my wife.
Right.
It's okay to come at Stephen A, but I'm not gonna mess with.
Come on, man. You got
Kevin Gates.
That's why when you do things like that, like what he did to Stephen A,
you gotta stand. You
gotta think bigger than that.
You gotta think absolutely.
Because am I going to do this every single time there's a problem?
Right. Exactly. Right. But you were smart, like you said. And a lot of people have been saying LeBron's strategic with everything he does, and I'm sure he is, right? But even with this, like I said, he wouldn't step to skip or nothing like that, and he just did it with Stephen A. because you tried to embarrass him, you tried to like come at him on the day. I think he just signed and got the $100 million or whatever. You tried to play him a little bit, right? But now Kevin, who is a little more aggressive, let's say, than Stephen A. He actually, I didn't even know about he was at the court side. I didn't know nothing about that.
Right there.
But that makes it even worse.
Right there.
You said nothing.
Nothing.
Because you know why? Because you know that he wasn't going to stand for it. Because he like, yo, listen, I ain't got $100 million.
Right.
And then if I did, you're not going to punk me like that. Right. He knew it. He knew what was up.
I agree.
So, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's and again, like I said, I'm a big LeBron fan. Okay. But with that, I thought that was whack, though.
Yeah, very, very much so.
I thought that was whack.
I mean, you can't take nothing away from his game, but his off the court stuff like that.
Right.
Fraud.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In my opinion. Like, what are you doing here? You know what I'm saying?
And then my thing is when it's like us. I mean, we're not, I mean, I think we're superstars on our own levels, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't think that we don't respond, we don't respond to everybody that critiques us or hates on us. If anything, we take it as a sign like, oh yeah, I mean, I'm in the game, baby.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm in the game right now.
Shout out to you again, Tony Tiger.
Right. Tony the Tiger. We in the game, baby. You know what I'm saying? So, we already know that, okay, it comes with...
It comes with what it is.
Whatever it is. Whenever you're climbing, it comes with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we can't respond to everything, and he should know that too. And I love the point you said. I'll protect my son, but I won't protect my wife.
Right.
Who gave you the son?
Right. How about that?
You know what I'm saying?
How about that?
Who gave you the son?
About
you know what I'm saying? So, because, it's your wife's job and your job to protect the son. But it's your job to protect the wife. Right. Yours and yours only.
Right.
And, and what did he say too? He said, he said something He said something about her, Kevin. He said something about her, how she don't like the way she kind of responds to him.
Yeah.
So it almost was like he was kind of like taking up for him a little bit.
Yeah, he was like, because the thing was like, he said him and his boys were like, just talking about different couples, and he was like, I wouldn't want to trade places with LeBron because I don't like the way his wife treats him. I don't like how way like she allows him to do certain things. He goes, I like the way some of these. I don't like the way she looks at him. I like the way these other women look at him. But and then
Well, I don't know. Have y'all seen this video of LeBron at the line? Now it could be AI. AI is my best friend too. By the way. I was like, oh my god, yo, bro,
crazy.
Like, you could feed it whatever,
it's crazy,
and it'll do it. You know what I'm saying? But have you seen the TikTok or something with LeBron at the free throw line, and there's a girl on that, and it's like she's really going through it over there.
I did see that.
And he's like.
I did see that.
He's like not paying attention, but paying attention and laughing, which makes me know: is it spliced in Photoshop?
Right. Or is it really happen? Yeah.
If it's real,
that was crazy.
Yo, he's like, and she's like sitting there like thinking like, yo, I can't wait. Either I can't wait or I'm on my Mary J. Blige. I'm reminiscing on the love. You know what I'm saying? It's something. I don't know. But,
that's funny.
And listen, I'll just say that, so he was trying to big her up. He was trying to big him up. Like, yo, listen, like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Like I said, he wasn't going to step to Kevin. No, I know that much. But anyway, all right, final thoughts though, Coach. Thank you for bringing that up too. I forgot about that. But
not a whole lot going on. Back to school tomorrow. That's about it.
About it.
NBA playoff time.
Got you. What about you?
Hey man, just go on, plop down in front of the big screen, watch some basketballs. You know what I'm saying? Put the baseball on the other TV or whatever. See what's going on. Get ready for work. Take it easy today. You know what I'm saying?
It's a relaxed day, right?
Been going hard during the break.
Yeah.
You take it easy so I can get into the building tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Look. I forgot. You've been off all week.
You know what I'm saying?
You go off the previous week. Yeah. See.
Yeah.
And we was back. We came back to work Wednesday.
Okay. Yeah. So going back.
But it was like we was.
I feel you.
Mad teachers called out. Mad teachers.
Real quick, shouts out again to we had that ceremony. I guess not last Thursday before for my man Coach Tab. Okay. Got the track at Pennsauken named after him. Nice. I'll show you all the pictures when we get off here.
Okay.
So just shouts out to him, man, because that's just big. I mean, you're 46 years old and got a track named after you for the work you put in. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what's up.
Yeah, shouts out to Coach Tab. You know
that's what's up. Yo, also, y'all got an event coming up, right? Daylight Foundation.
Oh yes. May 4th. May 5th, sorry, Mr. Sunday. May 5th. Bowling party.
Next Sunday.
It's next Sunday, yeah.
Next Sunday.
Time flying.
Right.
Next Sunday.
Right.
Cousin Tracy, Daylight Foundation, they're having a bowling party. It's a fundraiser for the scholarships that they like to give out. Is at Laurel Lanes. Yeah, if you can make it, just hit me up.
What's the time?
3 to 5.
Okay,
I think 3 to 5 or 5. But information is all online. You can hit me at the Birdcage or Sechuayo, aka Coach Bird, Daylight Foundation, T Hall to 1. It'll be all up there, I'm sure.
Okay.
Bryce will throw it up on his, so you can find it. And tickets are $25, so it's for a good cause. So come on out and hang out with us if you're available.
And if listen, ladies and gentlemen, if anybody wants to come, but they feel like that it's a little tight for them or whatever, listen, on behalf of the Let's Get It podcast and Four Walls Foundation, we'll sponsor some tickets as well too. You know what I'm saying? And I know you got some training that you're doing too, right, Coach?
Yeah, Baseline Hoops. We're always training, always in the gym. Got to, starting in 3rd grade all the way up through college kids. So, any training needs, hit me up.
And, we was talking about this yesterday, man, me and Jason, right? So, we're going to shout you out, MB. Today's your day. MB is a man of very few words, but very observant, very knowledgeable, smart, but funny as I don't know what. You know what I'm saying? And to see you coming out of like, it's just you it's like you coming into I see your reels. I'm watching the reel of his, right? And I'm like, oh snap, who was Johnny? I'm looking like I had to go back and like I said, he's improv. I said, where's Johnny at? I think he's really talking to Johnny, right? You know what I'm saying? So, but shout out to you, man. Like, listen, man. The reels, hilarious.
Yeah, true indeed.
And creative to bring that attention.
That's facts.
Dope. That's what I want. Facts.
So, real quick, I had the wrong time. It's 1 to 3.
1 to 3.
Sunday, May the 4th, from 1 to 3.
1 to 3.
1 to 3.
1 to 3. So, all right, listen, my final thought is, hey, listen, man, you know what? I'm finally not as busy as I was. Just really starting to feel better.
That's what's up.
Finally, right?
That's what's up.
Finally, I had surgery, last year? You know what I'm saying? And now I could say that, you know what? I feel like I'm getting back to like my 2022 self a little bit. You know what I'm saying? A little bit. I don't want to jinx it though, but I do. I feel good. I had the chance to experience. I did the play.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I was the play.
I was Judas.
Yeah, I
was Judas.
How that make out?
I did it for my Lord and Savior. We had a talk. You know what I mean? He said it's okay. But it turned out good, man. I thought I did very well. The only part is when I was walking down the steps, right? So I'm not used to wearing a wireless mic.
Okay.
So and then you start overthinking because now I'm getting nervous, right? And I'm getting nervous. And I'm like, oh, you know what? Listen, wait a minute. All right, you know what? Let me put this thing on the outside instead of on the inside. And sure enough, when I was coming down off the steps, the wire snagged on the rail. I got stuck there. I'm trying to. Oh gosh! I said, "Oh my goodness!" Now, I wasn't the only one. No, I think Ruthie, she got a little stuck there too, but hers wasn't like mine was magnified. Like it was like everybody's just waiting for me to go, and it's like I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes you gotta be because I guess I'm a little like Peter, or whatever. I still got a little potty mouth, so I gotta make sure. I think I might have said, damn, and you can't say that. Lord forgive me. That's all I'm saying. But it was great. It was a great experience, man. First time I felt the spirit too. Shout out to Ruthie and her singing. Shout out to Norby and the presence that they did with that song in the garden and the presence of God or whatever. So it was really life-changing moment, I would say, for me. Shout out to Kev Murphy. I think they call him Kevin Murphy, and then Ray Gowans as well, though, because they were there to speak life into me as well too, man. So shout out to them. Other than that, like I said, we are the new Let's Get It Sports Talk. I'm one of the hosts, Doc Bryce. I'm here with MB, Such a Wild Bird, CB. We're missing FB. Appreciate you watching, though. And listen, we're gonna try to be here next week too. Whether it might be Saturday, it might be Sunday. We promise that when we come, we gonna. Whoa! Right? Whoa! Okay, we promise that we will be here to bring you our sports talk. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, take care. Have a good weekend, all right?
Have a good one.